So good evening everybody, how are you going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is David. I hope everything good with all you. Well, currently we don't have a phone or a camera, so I borrow one of my friend on here just to use for this weekend, just to finish up some videos and thing. And if you ain't seen no videos from me for a little while, I'll forgive you, right? As you know, we're going through a little process here right now, and we're just trying to figure out everything here for the time being, right? Anyway, that is not what this topic is about. As I had the phone, I want to record something and explain something for you, right? So a couple weeks ago, about 2-3 weeks ago, right, somebody did call me and tell me how one of the child was getting sick. A boy child was getting sick, and he was talking to himself and thing in his sleep and thing, right? And he was mumbling some kind of language that nobody don't understand, right? A kind of gibberish language, right? That's how it is normally say, right? A kind of language that nobody will understand, right? So I explained something for him to tell me what it was, and I explained something about it, right? Now yesterday, somebody as well called me and tell me what's happening to a little girl, right? I think she was about 14 or 13, 12 or something, somewhere around there, not sure, can't remember. Anyway, this topic I want to talk to you about something very serious, right? They say that they were seeing something on top of their back and pulling them down and walking on them and making them feel heavy and thing, right? And they say they went. Now I didn't talk to nobody, I don't know, right? But the boy I talked to, almost the same problem, right? So I want to talk to you today about how to put it for you, boy. When people taking things from the cemetery and doing bad for people. Right? And most of the time when people do these kind of thing, well, let me explain this to you, right? I didn't learn this from my grandmother. Remember, I always tell you, I have a Baptist lady, right? And she died and gone, that I learn a lot of things from she, right? Because she said plenty thanksgiving and plenty prayers and all these kind of thing. And I actually like a kind of, about for 10 years I think I was around she a lot. So I learned a lot of things from she, right? So I want to explain this to you now. It's the same principle as in Indian ways, right? The same thing. But just I'm going to draw the reference from she reference for you to understand much more better, right? From the way she teach me it as well, right? So here what it does do, right? People, if you have children and thing, because I remember I tell you a story already that if people can't get to you, they just go after your children, right? And if they still can't get to the children, they just go and do more bad things. If you watch my episode about talking about the children and thing, how what people is do for your children, and then go and check it out, you go see it, right? Check it out, you go understand what I'm talking about now. Right. So cemetery, well, we call it cemetery obia, right? For you to understand more, understand the terms I'm talking about, right? So here what people is do, right? People is sacrifice blood from the cemetery for people, right? But literally, they don't go in the cemetery and sacrifice the blood. They don't go 12 o'clock in the night and sacrifice the blood. They just do it from a certain point. But they just go in the cemetery and get dirt from the cemetery, right? And then they just do what they need to do. Some people just go and do it in the cemetery. Some, out of 10, you may get 1. Just drawing reference, right? And then some people could do it anyway, right? Now the logic of this is real dangerous, right? As I tell you before, it have people that do these kind of things, and you may not believe, you may believe. If not, it's up to you. I just helping you out and drawing out a reference here, because 2 person called me within a little month period and they're telling me the same thing. They was just asking me if I have any idea about it. Well, yes, I have an idea about it and I know exactly what it is you're talking about, right? As I said, there's going in cemetery. You know, like how people could walk here from home, they could say prayers and make dole and thing and walk here, and if that can't catch you, there's like say that they sacrifice blood and thing for you, and if that can't catch you, the next part you have to go into the cemetery and get the cemetery dirt. Now here how it does work. If you have a family member, a close friend, or somebody that don't really like you a lot, they go do you that, right? Meaning that they can't get you in all the particular ways, even though if you're going to do your prayers and blah 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 and all of them things, and they can't catch you, and then they want something from you, right? Now let me draw a next reference here. It have people who like, alright, it has something called a lost prayers, right? That is like, it has worked for like humans, right? And let me just draw a reference. Like if, alright, let me just say, like, if somebody real like you and they couldn't get to you, they go try to get to your children. So let me just say something like me, while I was growing up, I like a girl. Let me just say the girl name is Sarah. I'll just drawing reference, right? And I always have attention for this girl Sarah. And you know, like you have a loss against she. And you could have never get she. And then she married and she gets somebody else. But you still care for she, right? Just throwing that. Now it could be a man or a woman. It don't have to be a man or it don't have to be a woman. It could be both. And they always had this lust for this person. And they couldn't get to them at that point in time, and this person married and they married to somebody else and they make children and thing, right? And this, let me say if it's a girl and the girl child growing just like how the mother was and the person had that loss, and they could never get to the mother, they could do things to get rid of the daughter, or they could do things to get the daughter. And if it's a son, same thing, a wise, same flip-wise thing, right? Now it does work like that sometimes, or sometimes somebody they just have a hatred for you and they don't want it. They just go and do a cemetery prayers, right? Now a cemetery prayer is, they say how when they do that, you see all you see is black, you see things walking around you, you feel things next to you, you just feel like if a shadow not with you, right? You just feel like you're getting nightmares, you're saying some kind of words that nobody can never even understand. If you understand what I'm saying, right? That way it's called a cemetery prayers. Now people could do that, but you have to be real good to do that kind of prayers. You have to be literally real good. And the price to get rid of that prayers from your ass is a lot of money, because it have things that only people gonna know about, right? About these cemetery prayers. Now I don't know what is the whole entire how to say it, but like what they do. What kind of prayers they do, right? Because now the only thing is real, as I always tell her, like, believe it or not, where it's up to all, right? As I said, I just draw all the experience that I know and I learn from people. I just pass it on, right? So I really don't meddle with them thing, and I just pass on experience that I know things and I see people doing it, right? So people there's go in the cemetery and here what they do, there's get the dirt from the cemetery. They will get like an animal or whatever it is they're going to sacrifice. They will take the dirt, rub it up. Let me just use a chicken for reference, right? If they're using a frog or a pigeon, whatever, is according to what they're using to do to you, right? So they go and they go take the dirt from the cemetery 12 o'clock in the night. They go for 12 o'clock in the night to get that dirt. They just take that dirt, bring it home, or do it right yourself, any way they decide to do it. Right? Rub it up on the animal and thing and say the prayers on the animal. Call the person name about 3 times and then rub it again. Then they will call it again, is how much they're doing and what they're doing it for. So most of them is be 3 to 9 times. They just do that, right? And they go rub it up on whatever animal it is. Right now the animal itself, it come like they're pulling a spirit out of the cemetery. Right? They just call it the headless man. Right? When they pull it out of the cemetery, that's what they say. I don't know if that is really the name, but it's something that is only seen black. You can't see the face, you can't see the body, but it just be next day, it's be feeling it, you just feel frightened, you know. That is what it is, right? They go rub it up on the animal and then say your name, rub it again, say it again, rub it again, 3 times. 3 times, 3 process, right? Then they go take a knife and rub some that dot or wherever they have that they're using to do it. And then they go take the blood, cut wherever they cut in, and then take the blood up in the hand and say the prayer. And fast as the blood started spraying, then they will call the person's name. So the spirit, wherever they take out from that cemetery, go into that person by calling the name. That was always tell her, anytime you're doing bad and you see you have a legacy of doing bad and people do you that, all is a package coming together. You have to be real careful, right? So as the lady used to always tell me, she say, if you dig a hole for somebody will dig a deeper hole for you. Always remember that, right? That's what she used to tell me. Now, as I tell you, I know she from the market. Working in the market, she used to come and lie, man. You know, we used to talk and, you know, she used to come and buy and thing by man. She always give me stories and thing. And then when she have and she little prayers. And I grew up in Thanksgiving and I grew up in prayers. So I'm a little boy. From a little boy, I always attended Baptist prayers, and for me, they is one of the best people to be around. They're very encouraging, they're very friendly, and they just teach you everything they know. They don't hide anything, and they don't scam people. Literally, I know from experience. So Baptist people, they are the most wonderful people ever you could come across. I guarantee that. Understand? And this lady who as I tell you, I know she was real nice. Real nice lady, right? I know she for about 10 years before she died and go. Right? And I did attend she funeral and everything, and I really miss she because I learned a lot from she, right? She was a real nice lady to me. Right? So no. As I tell you, if you dig a hole from somebody, you're digging somebody dig a hole for you, you're digging a deeper hole for your own self, right? Always remember that. So when they done do the prayers and in the cemetery and they done say the person name and they always tell all that to be careful with your name and the date of birth all you have. According to way now if you're doing business and that different, but people like them doing a work something on somebody and they catch that is the day for you, that is the day for you. Because that is the time you're born, that is the name was given to you, that come like that is you. Alright, so I'm just telling you, right? I just want you to understand how a cemetery prayers does work. Right, so they go and do it for you now. Now, if, let me just say something, your name is Dal and your last name is Singh. Just join some Dal Singh. Just join a reference, right? They will go and they will say the name Dal Singh, Dal Singh, Dal Singh, Rob, Dal Singh, Dal Singh, Dal Singh, Rob, Dal Singh, Dal Singh, Dal Singh, Rob. And then they go, do what they have to do. When they're done, they will take that blood. And by them spraying up in here, they will be calling your name and rubbing that blood on your name. Right? So they're sending the dead man from the cemetery to you. So after they don't do that, it is normally coming interactive about like a day after. Right? Just a day after. According to what time they do it and how they put it for you. Now that people let's deal with these things, I tell all of that, all you tell them all you. There's nothing, no lie, no fake, no nothing. It has happened. Right? As I say, I learn a lot and a lot of people teach me things, right? And experiences help you. Right? Now, when they don't do that for you, you can't get out, you know. Literally, you know. You had to do about 3 to 4 different type of prayers and call that out, you know. You understand? So when you see somebody do you something like that, now you will know when to do it because you will feel anything you're going to do, you will feel down, you will feel something watching you when you're sleeping in the night, you will feel like something laying down next to you, you will feel that you're feeling awkward. If you go to bed, you will feel like somebody watching you when you're bathing, you will feel real awkward, real awkward, you will feel different. Now a lot of people, they try to how to say it, but like when they put it in you, to take it out, to get it out right now. It have ways people can do it to take it out, right? And then people just charge a lot of money because that is, if they didn't do it right, they can end up on the person who taking it out. You understand? A cemetery prayers is real trouble. Literally trouble. It's like you light fire and you put your hand and you're going to get burned. You understand? If somebody do your cemetery prayers, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If a bad happened, if a bad is a bad, you could get a good from a bad, right? Always. You always have to get, you always have a bad from a good, right? Or a good from a bad. So, when they're done, do what they have to do and then after a day pass, you go sort of get it, you sort of feel sick. As I tell you, you go feel awkward, you go feel like if you're bathing and you feel like you're feeling shame bathing in your own house. You feel like there's somebody watching you through the window. You know, when you go to sleep in the night, you go feel, and then you go feel something like it pulling your foot. It is harass you. That is the correct word to do, right? It is harass you. And it is harass you with a terrible way, right? To make you feel frightened, real frightened, terrify you. Now, if it happened to children, right, as I was explaining, if it's a boy, right, you had to know why to do it to a boy. But if it's a girl, that is a different problem. Because, alright, it's like when they put something on a woman, they try to get attention to something. They want something from the woman. Or from the child, once it's a woman. If it's a man, you mean they want that. No, alright, if they do it fair, like if it's a child, is what the parents to suffer and see that child suffering. So now you go and try to do all kind of thing to get it out. Now I always tell you these things is real. All you just feel is stupidness. All you need to go and do some reading and history, and all you will see a lot of things what is be going on. Right? All you just feel no, yes, everybody believe in God. I understand that. But even God, as always tell you that even God's son went through the drama of wicked people. So who the hell is me and you? If God's son, as the stories say, so they say, right? If God's son himself went through wicked people among he and he was good, and you doing the good, think about it for yourself. Put nonsense into common sense. Right? It have this. Right? Just someone do pay attention when you see so that a lot of things happen there, or they run into do so and so. You understand? You have to know the people are wrong here. That plenty people is envy you, plenty people hate you, plenty people is trying to just discourage you, all these kind of things. And you might just say, you know, it's just a bad luck, you're going through a little karma or a little. No. It don't work like that. Right? As I tell you, if you have 365 days, and not 365 days, 300 days bad, something wrong. Even if 200 days bad, because most of the time for the whole entire year, at least for the whole entire year, it might get about 30 days bad. Right? And 30 days literally wouldn't really be bad. Maybe every 3 months something might happen there, or every 4 months, two little things will happen, might get a little accident, you know. But for you to be going through that whole year, a bacchanal thing whole year, something wrong. Now, doing a cemetery prayers is a very dangerous prayers, right? Very, very dangerous. You don't know a lot of things about that person, you're going to do that. So they can't just pick up today and go in and like they just don't like you and going, no, you know a lot of things. You don't know this person from years and know the kind of thing that going on with them. For you to go and do a cemetery prayers, because cemetery prayers don't work just so. Right? It don't work like that. It had to be something, some way, somehow. You're doing that person for years and they just get fed up by you and know everything about you. And then they walk here. Right? Now the reason why I bring all this, I keep all these things for later down the road, because you see I like to move in a step and explain everything coming up. So when you see as I talk about something, you can always go back and watch a video so you can understand where I reach. That's why I keep it like a series. Right? But it so happened two people actually called him and asking me about what happened to the children and happened in the children. Right? A lot of things happen in the children, so I don't understand that. And it's the same thing, the two of them saying the same thing. Almost the same thing, just in different ways. Right? The boy getting it a different way and the girl getting it a different way. So it's the same process, but just different ways it happening. You understand? So I say let me bring it out and let people understand what's going on out here. Right? Though the world changing. Right? All they might not see it as how all they think all they see it, but all these things exist and a lot of all they're forgetting all the way all they come from. It's like this. My mother eating bread and bhaji. Just drawing reference. I born and I eating bread and bhaji. My daughter born and stop eating bread and bhaji. Ritual die. Traditions die. So you see, nobody not following the tradition. They say, nah, long time days and people was on dotishness and all kind of thing, but then anything hit them in the ass. They don't understand. Traditions is there for a reason. That's why they just call it a tradition. Tradition means that it have a process to be doing it every year, every month, every 6 months. It is a tradition. So you have to understand something. When you stop it, right, and you never encourage your children to continue, your tradition die. And when your tradition die, what they used to do to keep you going on a straight line, it goes zigzag. You understand? So it's not. It's just that you're not going to continue. Alright, let me say I know something and I wouldn't teach my daughter it or my son it. You see? Them won't understand what it is. So how are they going to know when something happening to them? If they don't know the tradition and how to keep it and everything is a praise. You remember, long time these people was different to modern days people. Modern days people only know about technology and things. They don't know about the tradition like yearly prayers or like when like normal yearly traditions now, boy. Like yearly stuff you're doing. I don't know how to bring it out in the words for you to understand, but like normal things, like every Sunday they have a tradition to go and watch a movie. Or like them kind of thing I'm talking about. Remember all these tradition lost in. Right? So when something happened to you, you have to go and spend big money because you don't know one ask. And when people are educating somebody, they don't want to learn. So you understand what I'm saying? So That is what I try to tell you. You see, tradition, man, grandparents and great grandparents used to do it. And then you get bigger, nah, I mean, going to like dotage and them believe in so that shit. How they believe in shit if it was passed on from years to years and years? And it continue going and working for everybody. See? As I tell you, cemetery prayers, that would just go on the cemetery prayers, right? Well, let me tell you now how they just get rid of it. First thing first, they have a prayers you have to say. Now that prayers you have to say to the person for the person that know the prayers. The family have to keep on saying this prayers for the person that go on whatever happened to that person. When you say that prayers, a few days you go see they go sort of change, the reactions go change. They go sort of act mad and sort of trip off and all kind of crazy thing will be going on with them. You gotta get to know what's going on with them. You go come out and tell them because that prayers annoy what inside of you. It is how you going differently. And I would tell you, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it? So, you ever see when you do something for somebody doing like an exhaust or something for somebody who they just be acting and talking, right? That is what it is called a cemetery prayers on your ass. A demon on you. Right? They just call it a demon on you. Right. So you say the prayers. When you say the prayers on it actually is like three prayers, 3 or 4 prayers. 3 or 4 prayers, yeah. You gotta say. And when you say it, you go bring all the thing out of them. And tell them, we're doing that, you start to cuss and get on and sort of ignite yourself and whatever, and then tell you, I go kill you, I go do this, I go do that. You understand? Now, if somebody in your house doing that, you have to be careful with them around here if they get one like that. And when you bring it out now, you will tell you what they do and how they do it and blah, 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 blah. And when they're done, you done say that prayers, you'll get to know exactly where it is, and then you can know what prayers to put into it. When you're done now, you know, the same way how them sacrifice thing for you, you have to go back and sacrifice thing back for them to get rid of what in you, because it come in with blood, it had to go back out with blood. Remember that. That was still all this full cock thing, all this be sacrificing, all this feel, all this no thing. All this stop that, you know. I tell you, all this just keep on spreading blood in all the whole entire family, you know. And people not going to tell you the truth, you know. There's always tell all the truth, and all like all the dotage, all they don't want to believe. You understand? Telling all of that, all the sacrifice blood, all just digging a hole deeper for your own self, you know. And your family self, and your immediate family, and your long distance family. Always remember that. You have to be careful with them things you're sacrificing. You're saying prayers over that animal, right? So that's why it's come and explain things for you, but like all the dotish, or they don't want to learn nothing, or they always know it better than everybody. You understand? I trying to help all of you. All they don't know, as I said, the lady tell me, the more you dig a hole, you're just digging it deeper down, you're just digging that hole deeper for yourself later down the road. So you have to be careful of what you're doing. Remember, you're giving blood. When you give blood and you can't give blood no more, it will take blood. Always remember that. Right. So the cemetery prayers, they call it a demon. When you don't do that prayers, you go act up and tell you where to do. You have to say back some more prayers, you have to do some other things again, and when you're done with that, you have to sacrifice back blood. You have to take it out from that person and put it back in that one, and then you get rid of it. When you don't get rid of it now, you have to wait a couple of days to see what's going on. Now, if it's strong, I'm just saying, and it didn't go, it couldn't go out, you have to do back something again. You see, when you see, boy, I don't know how this world is. I really don't know. I know a lot of people have wickedness in them, and you see that wickedness, it is spread, it is expand more than goodness. Right? Now I tell you, as I get experience, I just pass on to help you, because a lot of you don't know. You understand? Not to say I'm meddling in that. I don't meddle in them things, and me I want no part in them things. I just educate knowledge because nobody to do it, and knowledge always losing money, dotish. Right? I'm just telling you. Right? So when that happen and you do one thing, now as I tell you, it's called a demon because it come out from inside the cemetery. People, they're pulling out things from the cemetery to put it on you. So that not getting to rest, so it harassing your ass. If you understand what I'm saying, right? Sometimes your mother and father sick there on the bed, and you thinking is a disease, but you don't know what's going on with them. You understand? You don't know what hole they dig, and now they're ready to bury in the same hole they was digging all the time for people. Or if people dig hole for them to bury their own self in it. You understand? So that we have to be real careful. Real careful. That's why I learn. Anybody come to tell you anything and they're fighting you and then just leave them alone. Because you're going and dig a hole. When you dig a hole, you're digging a hole for yourself. You understand? So you leave that alone. Let whoever had to be. Believe in God and do the right thing, and you will see your path go clear. Now, if you don't believe in God as strong as how I believe in God, that's a different story. Right? a real different story, because you can't go on Sunday praying, or Saturday or Monday or Friday praying, and then 7 days again you're back to your wickedness ways, your 6 ways. You understand? You always have to be good every day. Now remember this, once God protect you and keeping you safe, nobody could take in anything there. But if your mind weak, your heart weak, and you're wicked, wherever come for you, you deal with that. Right? And always tell you have to be real careful out here now. And you see now, the older people and the people who know about these things can make a killing outside, because they know. Because you ain't know, how you go know? Huh? See why we talking about? That's why all of must learn to listen. So I hope you understand how our cemetery prayers is working. Now if that going on with you, watch me, be real careful, right? And just, I could tell you, just best of luck. How I could tell you, because you see them kind of thing, boy? When man taking out that, no, I don't know, as I say, I just fall in what I know from people telling me. I just telling you the experience I passed, and I did see it with my own eyes and how they do it and what they do and thing. Trust me, I see it. I see how they do it, I see what they do, and I see how it come out, and I see what happen. I see it. Right? As I tell you, sometimes it's be good to learn these things. Going to church and thing, all these things, going temple, mosque, all these things, when they're teaching you good things and you're learning things, do it. Learn the right thing. Because when you see people do them thing for you, and they're telling you how wicked people out there, just make that real wicked people out here. I telling you from experience. And I see this, right? Because as I tell you, like I always like these things from since growing up, and I always like to learn about. I grew up in a house that teach it. So I always like to know more about it. That's how I'm educating you now. It's not something I pick up by the roadside. Yesterday I'm teaching you today. No. As I say, I see how it is work, I see how it is done. And boy, watch me, I have to believe a real believing going to get out. Understand what I'm saying? You can't be going, and let me to explain all that, because that's a long process to explain. I got too much of stupid people out here and they still won't understand. So me ain't going even bother to target that target. All I can tell you, a cemetery prayers is a very dangerous prayers, and all I can tell you is just be careful out here, right? There's plenty more. Tell you it's a real thing, you know. It's a real thing, you know. It's a one I go explain about people taking bone and doing things for you. Yeah, human bones doing that thing for you as well. And I see it with my own eyes. I see it with my own eyes. I see it. So I can tell you. Guarantee that, right? Like that people who just throw things in food for people. Yeah, all them things exist. All they feel that it do exist. Yeah, them things they a long time. Before you even born, your mother born, your father born, your grandmother born, your great-great-grandmother born, your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother hatch. That was always there. See, long time these people was real different. Right? It always had hate in this world. Never always had good. From since the day your own, your gods, who you just pray to, from since them they always had bad. Go and read back Holy Book. You understand? Go and read back the Quran. Go back and read back the Bible. Go and read the Bhagavad Gita. And you go see it always had bad and it always have good. So where you feel today you go stop? Well, they're going. I just don't know now. I just don't know, right? And you see, as I always tell you, whatever come for you, you can't stop it, but you could prevent it if you stop your ways from now. Right? Be careful. And I tell you again, there's about cemetery prayers. Now, it is target children, it is target humans, I mean adults, it is target anybody. It's what they want. Is what they want. What that person who doing it want. Whoever pay him or whatever, she, we, whatever it is, they want from you, they will do that. If they can't get to you, they just go to your church and go back and watch my last episode. And when I was talking about the thing about the children, and then you will understand, right? And don't be seeing me posting something and you don't want to watch it and you feel you're on top of the world and you know something better than everybody else. If you watch a video, you sit down and this thing is not a jokey thing, So if you want to giggle and laugh, you go in a corner and giggle and laugh by yourself. You understand? But this is a serious business. Every time I come and talk about this thing, I just be serious because it is a serious matter. Right? It's not no giggly thing. When I'm in the kitchen cooking food and thing, I mean that different. But when I'm talking about this risking people's life. Cooking is just cooking. This totally different. That's why I'm a channel and I educate all, right? Even though bad happening to me, I still try my best to educate everybody. You understand? I still try to keep all intact for you to understand. As I say, This channel not going to close down now, and in 20 years from now, this channel will still have views going. You understand? So it's not that they are doing something and it will remain, and it will grow. The channel will grow, and then a lot of more people will come and see. And faster they get onto these episodes, they will get to understand what we're talking about. And when it happening to them and they realize reality is real, then they will understand. So as I tell earlier, cemetery, if this happening to all you, I'll have to be real careful, because it could be somebody do something for you in our cemetery. Right? And it is true and it is real. No lie. They don't gimmick thing. Right? So as I tell you, be careful, and I hope you understand what is a cemetery prayer. It's that more to it, but I'm not going to explain all of that because I just want to get you understand. It's a long process, but we're going to do that later down the road. As I always tell you, it's not so much things for me to explain, and I just say let me bring out this one because, as I said, 2 people called me already with the same problem with children, not adults, right? So, as I say, I don't know if it's a habit or something going on or what it is, but for 2 people one time, same call, same, you know, understand, different, same thing about children, same problem. Yeah, boy, something wrong. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, if you want, leave you a like, give you a comment if you want. If you believe or not, it's up to you. You do what you want. I just helping you out, and if you want to take the help, you take it. If not, no problem. My name is David. Thank you for watching Training Lineman with David and Cheyenne. And I hope I educate you. I hope you understand something. And if you ain't seen no videos from me for a little while, or you understand, we are going through some problems, so me as well. And we're just trying to figure it out. As soon as we figure it out, we'll be back up and running. Right? I'm sorry for keeping all the back on videos. I'm sorry that I cannot do nothing, but I do have a phone and my computer gave me some problems as well. And plus, if you watch my videos earlier on, you will understand what's going on with me here too. So, and right now, I just in a process by myself. Right? But doesn't mean the process won't stop. It's just when you have to figure out where's the process. Right? So, again, thank you for watching, and we go see you all when we see you all. If you see things coming out constantly, we'll be back on track, hopefully. I borrowed off this phone from one of my friends. Just to use for the weekend, so I would get them get some videos to upload the videos and then way to sort out everything, right? So I'll see you all in the next one, and thanks for watching. And the name of this video will be Cemetery Prayers, How It Work. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you later.